but you did actually. I forgot to start this. You did actually sing a fifth, but your start note changed, but that's fine. All right, so from the F. Da, 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 da. Okay, we're gonna do two for each, and then I'm gonna quiz you. I'm gonna play the interval, and I want you to write the start note, what type of interval jump it is, and what the note is. So if I said the start note's A, and I go like this, and in your head you're like, I can hear that's away in a. You'd be like, right, that's on A. It's a fourth to a D, so that's an A to a D. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's just do a couple on two, then three, then six and seven. So this is two. We're doing the second interval. So starting on an F, this would be going to a G. Da, da. So we're singing Happy Birthday. Da, da. How would you sing Happy Birthday from that start note? Happy. John, do you want to give that a go? Happy. You should know this tune. There you go. 1 to 2, F to G. Okay, I'm starting getting you not just thinking about it in intervals, as in the letters as well. So mixing it all together. All right, let's do another two. So let's go from the E to F sharp. That's a 1 to 2. Happy. Howard, do you want to give this one a go? Happy.
Happy. Happy.
Finish the song.
Happy.
Finish.
Happy.
What's the birthday bit?
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So you want happy birth? That's your.
Happy birth.
There you go. That's it there. So that's your
Got
one.
there at the end.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's try 1 to 3. So this is Come By R. So starting on C, it's going to be an E. Come by ya, come by ya. Okay, starting on a B flat. Come. Can anyone sing the rest of it? Les, you look like you're singing it. Come. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Come by.
Yeah, there you go. Come by is your 1-3. So if you're in B flat doing a 1-3, that would be the B flat to D. Okay. Is this going totally over anyone's head at all? Is this making some kind of sense? Yeah, good. Okay, let's try 1 to 6, 1 to 7, and then we're going to go for a little test. So 1 to 6 is going to be, if we're in C, a 1 to 6 would be a C to an A, which is dashing through the snow. Dash. So think of the song. Da, dash. Dash. Sam, do you think you've got that? No?
Definitely not. I can hear it in my head, but I won't be able to do it out loud.
All right, no worries. Pete, do you want to give it a go? Dash.
Dashing through the snow.
Yes. Dashing through the snow. Excellent. All right, I'll give you one more start note on that. So let's go for a D. So that would be a D to a B, if you can see there. D to B is a 1 to 6. Dash. Michael, do you want to give that a go? I know you're new to this, but dash.
Dashing through the snow.
Not quite, you didn't get as high. Dash.
I don't think I can.
Dash.
Dashing through the snow.
You're nearly there. It's dashing through the snow. See if you can sing that. Dashing.
Dashing through the snow.
There you go. That's what you got to be able to hit. I mean, you don't really need to hit it. It's just training your ears. So if you can sing it a few times, your ears will get it. Okay, let's try a 1 to 7. So this is a... Or take on So if that's C, that would be C to B. Take on. All right, let's try it from an A. So on here, A to G sharp, it would be. So take. See if you can get that giant leap. That's very hard. Go on, Roddy. I can see your lungs going for it. Take
On.
There you go. Nice one. Excellent. That's a tough one to pitch, that. So that is a sterling effort, that. Okay, so let's try it from the B flat. So the B flat, key of B flat, the 7 would be the A. So take. Does anyone feel they can do that? Jonathan, can you give it a go? Take
on. Oh, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, you were on it.
Was it?
Take on.
Oh, it's a bit random. Right.
Take on me. Excellent. Okay, right, we're going to give it a go now. I've got a little test here with some answers on. If you're quick enough to look at it. No. Okay. Right, I'm going to tell you the starting note. So this is your first question. We're starting on D. Just try your best with this. This is something we're going to do. Each lesson we'll probably just do like 5-10 minutes of it. Now I've explained what we're doing, and then it'll be a quick thing. Train your ears each fortnight. So we're starting on a D. And here's the note. So you've got to tell me, if you look on the scale of D here, you look there, and then once you identify the interval, say I give you a 6, like dashing, you'd say, right, that's B, D to B, it's a 6th. That's what you got to write down. D to B, 6th interval. Okay, so we're starting on D. Here's the note. Okay, so I want the note it starts on the D to where it's going, what note it is. You got the scale in front of you there. And then I want you to tell me the interval. Right, okay. So here's the next one. This is going to start on E. So we're here on E there. Let's get me a little red little dot. So we're on E here. So listen to the interval. I want the name of the note it's going to as well. So starting on E. Da, da. So think of the interval and follow it along, write the note down. Da, da. Okay. Question number 3. We're going to start on a G. Okay. So that's going to be here. Listen to the interval and write what note it goes to. So G to something. So here's your G. So I'll go from here. There's a little clue at the end there. Okay, so that's number 3. Here's number 4. We're going to start on a B. Okay. B here. So listen to this very carefully. So starting on a B, which is here. I'll give you a little clue there as well. Okay. So let's start on the 5th question now. So we're going to start on a C. Okay, so we're here on the C. So listen to the interval. Da, 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 da. Now this is easier because I'm pitching you both notes now, whereas the one before was quite hard because I wanted you to suss out the note without any help. So da, da, da. So that's a C start note. Okay, so your 6th question is on an E flat. Okay, so we're on E flat here. Here's your interval. Da, 7th question. So we're starting on A flat. Are you ready? Da, da. Just in a lower range, if that helps. Okay, the 7th. Oh, this is the 8th question, starting on an F. Okay, so we're starting on the F, so we would be here. You ready? Whoops. Okay, and the very last one, we're on A flat. So listen to it carefully. Da, da, or in a higher register. Da, 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 da. See if you can hear the song. Da, da, da. Okay. Roddy, what are you saying? Are you waving?
I do want to say something. Can you repeat the question 5 and 6, please? I missed them.
All right, here's 5. Starts on a C. It goes. Da, da. See if you can recognise the song that comes from. Da, da. Okay, number 6 starts on an E flat. We're here. So. Da, 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 da. Okay. What I'll do is I'll ask for maybe 2 answers off a few of you and just try and go around. So I tell you what, Sam, do you want to have a go at the first 2 questions? What did you get? D to
Yeah, I got D to F sharp, which is a 3rd, and E to A, which is a 4th.
Excellent, yeah. Don't worry if you didn't get this. This is something that can take a bit of time if you're not used to these sort of listening to these things. But nice one, Sam. I think I.
Again,
sorry, the first one was D to F sharp, and that was a 3rd. The second one was E to A, and that was a 4th interval. And if you get these wrong, you just practice them at home. You can keep these answers and keep playing them, or on your guitar, whatever. And all right, let's go. Peter, do you want to go for the 3rd and 4th one?
3rd one I've got G to B, the 3rd, and 4th one I've got B to D sharp, 3rd again.
B to D sharp. Okay, has anyone got a different answers to that? Because they're both not quite right. Go on, Alina.
Okay, I have G to F sharp,
Yeah.
7th.
A 7th, yeah.
And B to C sharp, 2nd.
A 2nd, yeah. So that G to F sharp, just really attune your ear to that. So if you got that wrong, you just need to practice listening from a 1 to a 7. You need to practice it. And that 2, yeah, that was fine. That was good. All right, so Michael, do you want to do the 5 and 6?
I've got 5 as C to A, a 6th, and 6 as E flat to A flat, a 4th.
Excellent. Yeah, correct.
Right.
You've not done too bad for skipping the lesson.
I got
Good
lucky.
effort there. Hey, you didn't need to come right last time. You're on it.
You got lucky.
Yeah, very lucky. Okay. Les, do you want to have a go at 7 and 8?
Yep, 7, I got A flat to E flat, 5.
Excellent.
And 8, F to G, 2.
Yeah, wicked. No problems there. And Jimmy, do you want to say the last one?
No, that was an octave, wasn't it? It was A flat to A flat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
An 8.
So don't be upset if you say you got 50% right or whatever percent you got wrong. You need to just focus on the intervals you got wrong, because if you're pitching the ones that you can recognise and you're like, I know what a fourth is, I know that's away in a major, I can do that from any starting point. Well, you're sorted. Do you know what I mean? On that interval, you need to work on the ones you got wrong. Okay. All right. So what I wanted to do is very quickly, I wanted to have a little test just with a chord movement. So I'm just gonna do a chord change. Just one simple chord change, and I want you just to give it your best shot, trying to listen to what the chord is. So I'll tell you. So I'll start on a C chord to begin with. I'll only do like a couple of these, but this is what we're going to start to work towards. So C. Can you hear it? Does anyone want to unmute if they think they've got a good idea? Yeah, go for it.
C, F, fourth.
C to an F chord, yeah. Did anyone else get that?
I was way off.
Nice one, Jonathan. You're way off. It's okay, don't worry. Let's try another chord change. So listen to the bass. Do, da, 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 da. So we're in C still. Da, 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 da. So we're in C, family of chords in C. So if you want to remember your major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. Does any go on, Roddy?
Was it a B?
No, it wasn't a B. Nearly though, you're not far away.
Six apart, is it?
Yeah, it was a 6.
Well,
If I explain it now, listen. Dashing.
Yeah, I got that bit, but I just got.
Yeah, so you got the interval.
Yeah,
You
but
just said the wrong one.
I just didn't have the chart in front of me, and I.
Yeah. Well, we're in C, so there's no sharps or flats, so you could go C is 1. What you did is you
What I
counted.
did is C, D, E, F, G, A, B.
Yeah, you probably counted D as your 1, where C's 1.
Ah, I see.
So if you look on the previous page, if you were to look at the scale of C, that's 1.
Ah, okay. That's what I did
A
wrong.
is 6, yeah.
That's
So
what I did.
that makes sense. If you started on C and went D, E, F, counting 1, 2, 3, you would have got B. No, that's a simple mistake to rectify. Your ears are working, so we're going to do some more little challenges with that. I know that might have seemed hard, but what we'll do is we'll try and focus on listening to the bass notes and stuff next time. Okay, let's move on to major 7th chords and 7th chords. So does anyone have any experiences? What do they feel when they play a major 7th chord or a dominant 7th chord? So when you see a 7 chord, it's also called a flat 7 chord or a dominant 7 chord. It's got a few names. And your major 7 chord. What do you think of when you hear a major 7 chord?
I've got
Bluesy stuff.
Bluesy on a major on a 7 chord, yeah, I'd say blues.
Yeah.
If you were to play a D major and then a D minor, obviously one's happy and one's sad. So every style of chord has its own sort of emotion. So if I was to do a D7, you'd use that a lot in blues or jazz or funk. But anyone a major 7 sound? Jonathan, what were you
I learned a song recently that was just chock full of major 7s, and it's got this kind of sort of floaty, drifty feel to it.
Exactly, like a dreamy feel. So if I go like this, it's totally different. Which which is a bit sad. So major 7 gives you a dreamy, drifty, floating sort of sound. So it's good to know how to get these sounds. Okay, so
Bread used that quite a lot, didn't they?
who did that? Bread.
Bread.
Oh yeah. Hey, have you? Yeah, it's that start chord in it. Okay, so we're gonna. So a major 7th chord is adding the 7th note of the major scale. Okay. So when we go through the scale, it's the 7th note. There's no alterations. So if I was to go back to these scales here, if I was to concentrate on D, and you'd see the 7th note there would be a C sharp. So that's what's put in there. I'm going to show you specifically on a guitar neck board to see what's actually happening. So it's going to give you a practical look at it as well. Okay, so a 7 chord. You would think if someone said to you D7 or C7, that 7 would indicate the 7th position of the scale, but it's not. It's actually the 7th position of the scale, but flattened. So you have to go to the 7th chord is adding the 7th note of the major scale, then flattening it. Okay, it's called a flattened 7th. So when you see a 7, like a D7, C7, it's actually the 7th note flattened. You know, it should say flattened 7, but it doesn't. So when you see major 7, that is actually the 7th note in the scale. So let's have a look at. So if I was to take a C major scale, and the major 7th note is a B, yeah. So that's quite straightforward. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. That's your 7th note. It's the 7th note in the scale. Okay. Now, I want a 7 note, which is a flat 7. So to just go up to the B is not good enough because that is a major 7 note. You would have to flatten this. So, Les, while you're unmuted, what would you call this to go in one semitone down?
A sharp.
You would call it an A sharp, but you wouldn't. Actually, it is an A sharp, but you wouldn't call it that because you've got an A here. So you have to think of its alternative name.
Or B flat then.
A B flat, yeah. That's why you wouldn't have an A sharp, because you wouldn't have a scale going up F, G, A sharp. It always has to be the next letter. That's why you have an A sharp and a B flat for this instant. So this is what a 7, flat 7 note would look like. You're flattening that. Okay, so a major chord, we've done this quite a few times, is built from a 1, 3, 5 of the scale. So we were in the key of C. It would be C, E, and G. Yeah, are we all familiar with that? Now a major 7 chord is built from a 1, 3, 5, 7 of the scale. So major 7 is the actual note in the scale, the 7th note. So if you were to look at the 1, 3, 5, 7, John, do you want to tell me what them notes would be in the key of C, say for instance?
Oh, sorry, I'm already off mute. 1, 3, 5, 7. So it's going to be C, E, G, and B. Is that right?
B, yes. That's right there. You can see there. So it's actually within the key. So when we're looking at the 7 chord, is built from the 1, 3, 5 flat 7. Rich, in the key of C, what would then notes in that 7 chord be?
E.
You're already unmuted, Rich.
Oh, right, okay.
E.
Oh, wouldn't they be C, E, G, flat, and B7?
As you just said, all 12 notes. Yeah, so so if you start on the C and do the triad, the 1, 3, 5 of C.
Yes. C, E.
Yeah.
G.
And then the flat 7.
Flat 7. Yeah, the B.
What would that be, the flat 7?
Oh, right. Well, that's B flat, isn't it?
We'll see. There you go.
Yes.
So that is an actual C7 chord. Whereas this here was a C major 7 chord. So it's the difference between a B and a B flat. Okay. Right, so let's look at it in the terms of a chord. Do you understand this here? You can see a C chord there. That's a standard triad that's built from a C, E, and a G. Just your 3 notes, your 1, 3, 5. Yeah? And you can see C, E, C, G, E. Obviously, because you've got more strings, you're going to have doubled up notes. See, there's 2 E's there, there's 2 C's, and there's G. But ultimately, there's 3 notes within that. Okay, so for a C major 7 chord, we need to add a B note. So we need to find a B here. So if you're looking at C, and if you think a semitone down from C would be B, because there's nothing in between B and C. So see this here? You would have to go down a semitone, which gives you that open note. And then you'd obviously, because you need to hear this, you've got to get rid of this here. Yeah? So that is what it looks like. I don't know if you've experienced a C major 7 chord before, but you take your first finger off. See that? Hey, have you ever? Yeah, it's an F. 1, 4.
Why couldn't you use the B above the E on the 2nd fret, 5th string?
On this one here?
No, the one on the 2nd fret, 5th string, above the E.
Here?
There's a
So
B
using
there.
that?
Yeah. Why couldn't
Because
you?
when you've got a C chord or any chord, you need the lowest, deepest note of it has to be the name of it. Now, if I put a B here, I would have to release this C and I'd have to take that away. So then that alters the name of the chord by getting rid of the root. So you've got to keep the root. That's a valid question, actually, and I should have said that. So you've only got this one to go with, this C, because you don't want to alter the root, which you could actually, but it'd be a C over B chord. It wouldn't be a C major 7. And when it says 7, it sort of means a bit far up the scale, a bit in the higher range, 7 notes up. Okay, so that's your C major 7. Let's go back to a C chord. Okay. So for a C7, we need a B flat. Now, I don't know if you can see here, when you'd play an open chord B, you can't then go another fret down to the B flat, can you? C, B, B flat, you can't do that. So then what you've got to do is you've got to take it up to the next string. So here you've got a C, which is equivalent to that. Then you've got the B, and here you can do your B flat, because that note's an A sharp B flat. So we need to focus on this note here. And we're going to keep our C in there because we're not blocking anything now. So see there, I've highlighted the note we need to focus on here. That B flat A sharp, we're calling it a B flat. Now, like in the C, it had an open G. So if I put a B flat on there now it knocks out the G, because you obviously can't hear this open note now because you've got a note down here. So even though it's a 1, 3, 5 flat 7 is a C7, there's actually no G in it. So you've actually just got a 1, 3, 7. That's just the way it is on a C7 chord, that shape. You've just not got a G in there. But it doesn't matter, because you'll find out that the 5 note, the G, the 5th note in the scale, isn't that essential to spelling out a chord. It's not the most important note. It doesn't have that much impact. You can take a 5th chord out. If you look at a lot of jazz chords are built from a 1, 3, 7. They always take out the 5. Generally, you won't find many 5s in jazz chords. So that would look like this. So I don't know if that's familiar to you, that for a C7 there. Yeah. And that's where that's generated from, because you got your major 7 here. You can't go one step down because that is your open note. So then you got to turn to the string above to then go down. Okay, so I'm going to take it from a C and just show you it on a D, because I think it's important we transfer these 7s onto actual chords like this so you can see how it's constructed. So a 1, 3, 5, let me have a drink before I pass out, is a D, F sharp, A. So you 1, 3, 5. So this is how a D's built up. You've only got 4 notes to contend with. You've got a D that doubles up, and then your A and your F sharp here. So that's your D chord. So if I wanted a D major 7 chord, you need to look at your D scale and find out what's that 7th note in the scale. Let me just ask Sam, do you want to answer this one?
I don't have the notes from that one in front of me, so I don't know.
Okay, it's fine. I'll go. Brian, do you want to... what you got, Brian?
What 7th note? A B?
No, the B would be the 6th. A, B.
Right.
The one after that in your alphabet.
B flat then. B. Right.
No,
Not a B sharp, no.
C sharp.
A C sharp, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to the scales here. There. So if you look at a D and you look at the 7th degree, it's a C sharp.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that looks like a lot of information to absorb, but that's the thing you've got to sort of, when you've got some downtime, just have a little think of the sharps and flats in your keys. It takes about a couple of weeks of maximum concentration, and then it's in there. Do you know what I mean? So let's go back to this. Okay, so we're on a D chord, and then we wanted the 7th note, which is going to be a C sharp. So it's constructed from a 1, 3, 5, 7 of the scale. So we're going to keep our D root in there, like Rich said, because we don't want to just flatten this one, do we? Because obviously the C sharp's 1 down from the D, because that would change our root. So has anyone got any suggestions what we would do here?
Would you go for the D?
Go this one here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and where would it move to? So it's on the 3rd fret at the
It
moment.
would move 1 towards the left.
I don't know. Are you looking at? You mean this way?
Yeah.
No, because that would be ascending. That would be a D sharp.
Oh yeah, well, it'd be 1 to the right then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, here. That's it. So if you were to look at, if I showed you the chromatic note, all the notes there, you'd see that that's a D sharp, D flat, C, and a B. They're the singular notes. So we're focusing on this one here that I've put a circle round. And now obviously when you play that, this is in the way. Yeah, so you got to get rid of that. So then you're left with this. So that's a D major 7 chord. Hey. So you get that. That's how that's built. Okay, so we're going to go back to a D chord. Obviously I'm recording this as well, so you can watch it a few times till it drills in if you...
I'll need to.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. It's a lot to take in sometimes. So we need the flat 7 now. So we know that that was a C sharp.
So it should be a C then.
It should be a C, yeah. So you're going from C sharp to a C here. So D, F sharp, A, C. So we notice that this was a C sharp here on the 2nd fret. And if we go down 1, like you just said, is a C. So that's the note we want to focus on here. And obviously, because we're playing this note here is blocking it. So then we have to delete that one. And then that's why you're left with a D7, like here. And this one, you are putting in all 4 notes, the D, the A, the F sharp, and the C. So even though there's less strings than what you're playing in the C, there's 5 strings. In the C shape, you're only getting in 3 of the notes. In the D shape, you're getting in all 4. Okay.
Roddy's head's disappeared.
What's that?
Roddy's head's disappeared. Oh, it's back.
Has it? He's just re-energizing himself in the Northern Lights, like sticking his head into re-energize it all. Okay. We'll probably do a bit of this for homework, but I wanted you to sort of spell out the 1, 3, 5, 7 in these chords. So what you could do is just write them down now, then 5 things, and just give it a go. We'll just have a yeah, just have a, just even if you can do the first two, the E major 7 and the F7, I'll give you this as homework, but I've given you the answer to the A. So A, C sharp, E, G sharp. So you probably need your scales. Has anyone not got the scales? Give me a... I can put the scales on. So just write down E major 7 and F7. You're going to do 2 and 3. Okay, so I'll go back to the scales for you. So E major 7 and F7 we're going to do. Go back to the scales. There we go. Okay, so E major 7 and F7. So it's, here's your E major 7 there, scale. So if it's
That's the
major
flat.
7,
That's the flat, isn't it?
it's a flat key, but it's a
You
flat
haven't.
key, but it's
You
still...
said it was E major 7, not E flat major 7.
Oh, sorry. Boom, yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah. Extra brownie points there, Sam. See, I'm not a robot. You know, I make honest mistakes. So E major 7, yeah. So 1, 3, 5, 7 in that. And then F needs an F7. So you've got to work out what you've got to do to that 7th note. So just when you've done that, just oops, I don't know what's happened there. That wasn't meant to happen. There we go. Oh right, I did. Yeah, I know what I hit. Okay, still getting used to the shortcuts. So when you've done it, just give us a wave, and I can get a general consensus of when people have had a bash at this. Nice one, John. Sam. Okay.
And the F, was it an F?
F7, an F7, not an F major 7. Okay, I'll give you another few seconds on that. It doesn't matter because I'll lay this out for homework for you to work on it. And it all can seem a bit overwhelming at this stage, but really, once you know this, it just sticks with you. It's not something you have to recap every 10 years or out. It's just part of your knowledge of guitar.